Hi, everyone, and thanks for stopping by Miss B's Reviews once again. I thank all of you who have subscribed so far. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel and give me a like if you like my video. All right, guys, what we're going to talk about this morning is the videos that were dropped between Shayla and Anthony. I wasn't going to do just I didn't do a live review because by the time I got to look at the videos, I saw that there were three videos already dropped. So I was like, I'll just talk about all of them. So first of all, Anthony's going back. He's finally got back to Shayla's house after I don't know how long, how many days, to see Kai and I guess Shayla, but mainly Kai. So he says, and of course Shayla's giving him a hard time. We saw the skit where Angelina told Shayla basically that in order to get Anthony back or whatever, or get back on him, that she should make his life a living hell. So this was their start to making life a living hell. Number one, Shayla proceeded to say a lot of things to Anthony. More or less, what she's doing was just trying to make him feel bad about himself. And telling him, your fake marriage, and you left your family, you're such a liar, and you're a cheater. And I thought about him like, Shayla, he's cheating with you. So yeah, he is a cheater and he is a liar because he was lying to his wife to be with you. So everything that you're saying, he's already that, and he already knows he's that. I mean, sure, you ain't telling him nothing new. So after that, she berates him for a little while, which is a dangerous thing to do to a man. And then the next thing, they come back there in another video, and she's still berating him. And she's like, well, you want to, you abandoned me, you just left me here with this baby and stuff like that. It's like, okay, Shayla, you are a single parent, you are single, you are not married to Anthony. He did not marry you, he married Amber. So in a way, I'm not sure where her head is at, but this is how they chose to play the skits. And she runs out of the house like, oh, you're going to see what it's like to be a single parent. So she runs out and leaves him with the child. Okay, so that's fine. That's not kind of not really making his life a living hell, because that happens every once in a while. I thought about it as like when not some years back, many years back, because all my children are in their 30s right now. But when my children were small, my husband would go out and he'd go hang with his friends, do this, do that, and I was always at home with the kids. So what I started doing every once in a while, what I would do is I'd leave the house. I'd say, okay, well, I'm getting ready to go. I'm going to the store. I go get dressed and everything. I'm going to the store. I go watch a movie, and I probably sometimes I go watch two. I go shopping for me, go to the mall or whatever. And I call back and say, hey, I'm at such and such, and I'll be back later on this afternoon. Of course, he'd be upset and disappointed. I was going to do this and I was going to do that. Well, you can't do it now. I'm sorry, because I'm tired of being in the house with them kids. So that's not like a big, oh, make your life hell. And in any event, he was supposed to be there at the house anyway because he was my husband and that was part of his responsibilities. Anthony don't have to be at your house, honey. So I'm not sure what that was supposed to do to him really. But then Anthony gets the baby, he goes to Angelina's house and they won't let him in. And of course Angelina is over there feeding him all, feeding Shayla the lines to tell Anthony, oh, you abandoned us, and And then she's still talking about Angelina's, you made me lose my relationship with my father, which is a lie because Brody was at the house checking Anthony not long ago for Shayla. So your relationship for your with your father is fine. That was a big lie. And oh, you made my mother lose her relationship with her husband. No, he didn't. He, but she, your that was your mother's choice to back Anthony and to be in you and Anthony's life. You didn't need her to do that. No, she was doing that because she has been guiding you all throughout your life to be the type of woman that you are now. But in any event, to me, I felt like this was lightweight as far as trying to make somebody's life a living hell. Um, Maybe they're just trying to see what the audience is going to say about these skits, and they'll probably turn up the heat later on. There's some ways to turn up the heat. Of course, every woman out there knows that there's some more ways that you could turn up the heat and make his life a living hell. But part of that will be, I don't know if they can pull the trigger because um everybody suspects that Kai is not Anthony's child, and that if they try and do it, if they try to do child support, take him to court and do child support, and try to, do all these things to sue him for broken promises or whatever you do with your side chick, that he has to get another DNA. And the other part is that he will have to get a DNA because his name is not on the birth certificate, and you in Georgia you have to get what they call legitimized to be the parent, and part of that legitimation process is a DNA test, and they would require a new DNA test that is done by the state, and that may be a problem. So we'll see how this goes because they may not be able to pull the trigger that they really want to give him all the smoke that he wants. And if I was Anthony, I'd just take the baby back to Amber's house, to my house with Amber, and tell Amber, hey, she ran off and left. She's at her mother's house. She wouldn't let me in. So I'm bringing Kai here. I hope you don't mind. And we see how it goes from there because Amber might accept the baby. Remember, she's his godmother. So we'll have to see how that goes. But there are ways to make his life a living hell. So we'll see how they do that. Okay, guys, thanks a lot. And I was starting to do that ramble off thing that I do. Thanks for stopping by. Remember, like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.